What is up, guys? Welcome to the channel. LWD here with a new video on Forza Horizon 4. E3, as you know, is out this week. The event is happening. All the new games have been revealed, new DLCs for different games, exclusives, and one of them, Forza Horizon 4, much awaited. We all knew the news was coming this week, and here it is, the E3 gameplay demo reveal. I've seen the video. There are some surprises and some things that I would like to discuss a bit more on, touch up on a couple things here and there. So without further ado, let's watch the video and let's break it down a little, shall we? I'll pause the video every now and then and discuss anything that I feel needs to be discussed, and I'll give my opinions live as well as the video goes on. So let's do it.
Welcome to autumn, a new beginning for the festival that never ends. Don't go anywhere, Horizon is here to stay.
Can I just say, the McLaren Senna looks beautiful. I know some people weren't too sure about it in terms of its looks, but I'm in complete love with it. It's fantastic. And just I've paused it here actually, I think first of all, the graphics do look fantastic. This is the autumn season. You will see what I mean by season as the video continues, but this is the autumn season. The atmosphere is very autumn like. We got the brown trees, the bushes, the brown bushes, the golden leaves. We even have a deer on the right. So right here we have a deer. Now will these animals be present as we're driving, you know, around us? Or will it be a thing where, as in Forza Horizon 3, you know, you had to be very careful finding the animals. You couldn't just drive and boom, they're there. You have to drive very slowly towards them or use the drone cam, because otherwise the animals wouldn't show up, whether it's the dogs, the alligators, the flamingos, I believe. And that was one thing I didn't like about Forza Horizon 3 was that, you know, the animals, especially if you're going to do it in Australia, the animals are part of the atmosphere. As I'm driving, I want to see, you know, I want to see a dog run across, you know, as I ride in the desert, I want to see a dog run across. Or as I'm near the, you know, swampy areas, I want to see alligators coming out. As I go towards the pink lakes, I want to see the flamingos. I want to feel like the world is alive. Fair enough, there's, you know, there was the AI cars or whatnot driving around, but the environment needed a little bit more, I think. And so, yes, it's very nice that there's a deer here, but where will it be there, for example, as we're driving down this road in the final game? Anyway, let's continue. And by the way, if you haven't figured out, and especially you have a telltale sign there, red post box on the right hand side, this is the UK. I haven't been able to figure out which part of the UK it is. It's definitely not any of the main cities. This is more of a country setting, but let's continue. Right, once again, fantastic race, fantastic environment with the animals, the sheep. I mean, Wales is known for its sheep, but I mean, this could be Wales. This very well could be Wales. You know, I mean, listen, for all I know, this is a completely fictional, I mean, it is going to be a fictional environment, but I'm trying to figure out which area or which town or which country specifically is this environment based on. But once again, we have the sheep running past. Now, again, is this a thing because this is a race, right? Is this part of the event, trying to liven up the event, or is this going to be a thing where where sheep will just randomly pop up as we're driving. That will be very, very interesting. Again, I think it's a lovely touch that you have to do guys on the road as well. Now, before we continue into the winter season gameplay, and this kind of goes back to what I was saying about the season. So, you know, spring and summer will come, but so far we've seen the autumn and are about to see the winter season. One thing I do like is that the seasons are very atmospheric. You know when you're in autumn, you know when you're in spring, you know when you're in winter and summer. However, specifically with this winter season, I want you guys to make your own judgment on this. However, I had I think it was the Blizzard map expansion for Forza Horizon 3, and this looks very, very, very similar down to the bushes, trees, you know, for all the foliage, the snow, the effects of it, the snow covered roads. To me, it all looks very, 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 very similar to exactly the same as it did in that expansion. But I will let you guys make your own judgment on that. Slightly updated map icon, slightly updated speedo. And as you can see by the right, something we're very used to from Forza Horizon, the previous Forza Horizons, festivals. It seems like it's going to be a festival-based game once again, where, well, I mean, in Forza Horizon 3 we were the owner of the festival, we could do as we wish with the festival, and it looks like there's a very similar mechanic here in Forza Horizon 4 also. That's right, Forza Horizon has finally introduced bikes. We see a number of dirt bikes here. I cannot tell you which model or which make, I'm not a bike person, but we have bikes. And along with those bikes, as you can see, we have smoke as well. Now, what I do wonder, does the smoke apply to bikes only, or is it a feature that you can only get on cars? That's what I'm really interested in. But we finally have bikes.
Alright guys, this'll be easy. Just don't miss the checkpoint, so let's go.
Can we on the quarry.
Woohoo! Hey, Blue, thread the needle with me.
Also, I do wonder, so as you can see, each bike has its colors. Now, I do wonder, does this bring a thing where we're going to have team sort of battles, whether it's the part of the campaign or online? So will we have purple against blue, or blue and purple against orange and red, for example? So colors do wonder. You can also see that it's not only the colors on that are coming out of the smoke on the bike. Also, each rider has their own color as well that matches the smoke. So again, this brings the question: are we going to have, once again, as we did in Forza Horizon? No, we didn't actually have this in Forza Horizon 3, but custom avatar clothing, because we had a selection of avatars we could choose from that could be our own, but we never got to choose their clothing, if I'm not mistaken. So could that change in Forza Horizon 4? I do wonder.
Red's down, red's down.
Looks like I'm the only one left.
This is it, Horizon. We are kicking off the summer season with the greatest race of all time. Point yourself in the direction of Horizon and put your foot down. First to the festival wins, so let's go. Don't sweat it, the Jets aren't in the race. They're just happy to be here. Oh yeah! Drivers coming from everywhere! Now it's a party! People are lining the streets to get a load of the action! Cheer these racers on, guys! Come on!
Now, that very piece of cautious driving, listen, I do always appreciate neat and tidy driving, of course, but the very, very cautious driving makes me think, are they trying to hide something that they're not too impressed with, or they think, or that they know the fans won't be too impressed with in terms of physics, or maybe the damage model? And I do know that the damage model can be completely turned off in Forza, or Horizon 3 anyway, which I do assume is a thing that they'll bring to Horizon 4. But nonetheless, do they know that they're lacking in the physics department, and they're not trying to show any of the physics of a collision or anything of the sort? That does make me think.
We got some awesome racing trucks out there too. The most incredible hypercars are all here. I can see a Centenario, Ferrari FXXK, and a beautiful Bugatti Chiron. And is that a Vulcan? Oh, Horizon, you do not want to miss out on watching this. Look at that Senna go! I mean, the car, sure, but someone's got to be handling that thing.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a VW Beetle. Volkswagen are back in Forza. They took them off in Horizon 3 following the scandal, and I'm assuming, they didn't want anything to do with VW for that year, but they are back. Bring on all the Golfs, bring on the Beetles, bring on the Scirocco's. This is going to be a good Forza Horizon.
Final straight! I can't breathe!
And that is that. So, guys, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think. Forza Horizon 4, we've been waiting for this, and it's finally been revealed. Definitely has ups and downs. I think the roads could be, and I'll play it in the background as I talk actually. I do think the roads could be a little more fun. I mean, yeah, we had some twists and turns. I mean, the scenery is beautiful from what I've seen. The scenery does look very, very nice. But the roads themselves, another thing actually going on from that, the off-road. Now, the off-roading that was shown in this video, the track they displayed, I mean, I'm sure it will be fun to drive in and do different type of events and mess around on, but it's not really something you'd see in the UK. Me being from the UK, we don't have much dirt roads that are any wider than a car itself, from what I've seen. Again, I live in London, which is in the city. This is definitely this is definitely a countryside setting, and any dirt road you do see or will find in the UK is in the country. But it seems very, very, very similar to Forza Horizon 3. Again, which was set in Australia. It seemed almost, I really don't want to say this, but it seemed almost copy and paste from Forza Horizon. I mean, yes, you've got new trees and new foliage and but the layout, and I don't know, it seems copy and paste. And actually, as we are watching the winter season race here, again, I mean, I'll let you guys think what you think, but to me, I just think they've brought the same assets in from Forza Horizon 3 Blizzard expansion, Blizzard Mountain, that was the name, Blizzard Mountain expansion pack. It just looks almost exactly the same. It looks, I mean, if you didn't tell me this is Forza Horizon 4, then I'll just tell you this is Forza Horizon 3. It is straight away, without a doubt. So this is a bit disappointing. And it does make me think, the fact that they do have 4 different seasons. So are we racing on the same map in different seasons, or is each season a completely different map? Because if that's the case, then I do think, and I really, really hope that I'm proven wrong, but I do think it will be a thing where, and judging by everything else that I've seen so far from here, I wouldn't be surprised if they have 4 different maps. But it's very nice to have 4 different maps, but there's no point in having 4 different maps if all of them are small, because the map for the Blizzard Mountain pack, to me, was atrocious. It was very, very, very small. I completed all the roads within 15 minutes maximum of owning the pack. I was left very, very disappointed. Yeah, there were some nice mountain roads and mountain passes, but I mean, the main town itself in that pack maybe consists of 20 different roads, if that, and it left me extremely disappointed. And so if that's the case here, then there's no point, and you might have as well have just made one big map without changing all the seasons, because there's it's I'd rather one big map with one season than 4 tiny maps with 4 seasons. To me, it's not a big deal, that I'm racing in different seasons. I want, as a racing fan, as a car game fan, a driving fan, I want a map that's expansive, that has many roads, with many different environments and scenery. As for the season themselves, I never ever said I never commented on Forza Horizon 3's lack of change of season. I was fine with it constantly being summer. The only problem I had with that was the map is too small. So let's see what they do with that. That'll be very interesting. And also with bikes, again, I'm not too big on the whole off-road thing. I was disappointed in Forza Horizon 3's lack of on-road kind of map. It was very, very off-roady. And I don't know why they made that thing. As a driving enthusiast, I do just love to drive on the roads, you know, on tarmac. Give me my tarmac and you know, I'm fine. And those rabbits, I didn't realize it before, but hold on a second. Those rabbits there, if I pause it at the right moment. Okay, they looks a lot closer than they do now. Fair enough. So yeah, you know, I don't want a thing again where the map is so what's the word? I can't. There's just it's too much off-road. I don't want it biased towards off-roading. That's the word. I don't want to bias towards off-roading, and I also want to balance. I want a lot more tarmac than dirt. That's my thing. I want a lot more tarmac than dirt. I don't want, you know, I couldn't really care less for off-roading. I mean, a fair bit wouldn't be too bad, you know, especially if there's going to be off-roading cars and SUVs. You know, that's the whole, you know, that's what they're made for at the end of the day. And it would be fun to see what things we can tune within the vehicles that will affect driving off-road. But, you know, I would love it to be an 80-20 thing, or a 75-15, or 25, sorry, or anything, you know, below that. The off-road doesn't really appeal to me too much. But again, this is, you know, this is very, 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 this is the first gameplay that we've seen. This is very early. And I'm sure there's plenty more is going to come from now until, I'm going to assume the release will be the closing months of 2018. So there's plenty of time, and I'm sure there'll be plenty more gameplay, plenty more videos to come out. And I will try to cover as much as I can, and I do hope to end up owning the game, preferably a pre-order as I did last year. I didn't have any gameplay up for Forza Horizon 3 apart from, you know, driving videos here and there, but I do hope to actually, you know, do a little walkthrough of Forza Horizon 4. And so, you know, I will try and do as much videos as I can on this game before it's released. So subscribe if you want to see that, like the video, and watch out for more. Peace.